Okay. Good morning, all my students. In the previous class, we have discussed about the shift reduce parser. Now, in this class, I am going to explain you the types of shift reduce parser. So here, total there are two types are there. One is operator precedence parser, and second one is LR parsers. So the first one is the operator precedence parser. Actually, it is not in our portion. So the LR parsers, we are mainly concentrating on the LR parsers because this is not in our syllabus. After completion of this topic, I will explain you with one example. What is operator precedence and how to calculate the parsing table. But now we are concentrating on the LR parsers. So it covers wide range of grammars. So generally we are taking the context-free grammar only, CFG, and there are different types of LR parsers. One is SLR, second one is CLR, and third one is LALR. So total three types of LR parsers. So first one S means simple LR, canonical LR, and third one is look ahead LR. So it is an intermediate between the SLR and CLR. So in the bottom of parser, one problem is shift reduce parser, and remaining are LR parsers, these three. So almost all the working is same, only the difference is parsing table. The construction of the parsing table is different, the remaining part entire the procedure is same. So here in the LR of grammar means the first L. The first L represents scanning the input from left to right. And the second one is R. R means rightmost derivation, where K means look ahead symbol. See, all of you know that there are two types of parsers. One is top-down parser and second one is the bottom-up parser. In top-down parser, we are taking the LL of one grammars. Whereas in bottom-up parser, we are taking LR grammars. So these both the cases, the first L meaning is same, scanning the input from left to right. Whereas here, in this case, the second L represents the leftmost derivation. So top-down parser means we are performing the leftmost derivation because here the grammar is context-free grammar. In a context-free grammar, we have two types of derivations. One is leftmost and second one is the rightmost derivation. So in the top-down parser, we have to apply leftmost derivation. Whereas in the bottom-up parser, we have to perform R. The second symbol is R. So here R means rightmost derivation. R means rightmost derivation. And the K means look ahead symbol. Generally the value of the length of the look ahead symbol is 1. And the value is also same 1. So this is about LR of K parsing. And the next one is, so it is non-backtracking shift reduce parser. And the next one is, so this is LL of one grammars is a subset of LR of grammar. That means the top-down parser is a subset of LR parsers. And I have already mentioned that in LR parsers, generally we are concentrating on these three parsers. One is simple LR, second one is canonical LR, and the third one is look ahead symbol, look ahead LR, LR. And this is the LR parsing algorithm. So before going to construct the parsing tables of SLR, CLR, LALR. So first of all, we will see what is meant by LR parsing algorithm. So this is the block diagram of the LR parsing algorithm. So here the LR parsing algorithm contains input, stack, and two special functions. One is action table and second one is go to table. So here the first one is the input tape. So here the input tape is a linear array. So here in each cell contains one input symbol. Suppose A1, A2, A3, so on, AN followed by dollar. So here dollar indicates that the string is completed, the input string is completed. So the input we can represent like this, the input string followed by dollar, where dollar is the right n marker. And the next one is the stack. Here the stack symbols are, so starts with S0. So S0 is initial stack symbol. And X1, Xm minus 1, Xm. So here S means stack symbol, it is a stack alphabet, whereas X1, X2 all are grammar symbols. All are grammar symbols. So here the stack means it is a combination of stack symbols as well as the grammar symbols. So initially the stack contains S0, where S0 is the initial stack symbol, followed by the grammar symbol. Next one, stack symbol, grammar symbol, stack symbol, grammar symbol, like that. This one. Now here Sm means it is top of the stack alphabet. And next one, the LR parsing algorithm contains two special functions. One is action table and second one is go to. Action and go to. Now we will see one by one. So here I already mentioned that the stack contains two alphabets. One is the stack alphabet and the other one is the grammar symbol. So this one. So where S0 is starting symbol of the stack. S0, X1, S1, so on, Sm, where Sm is top of the stack alphabet. So this part is stack, this one. And the next one is the input. So this part is input. A1, A2, A1, so on, AN followed by dollar. This is the input. So stack and input. So in this case, the actions of LR parsers total 4 ways. One is shift, second one is reduce, and the third one is accept, and the fourth one is error. While constructing the LR parsing tables at that time, we will discuss about these 4 operations. One is shift, second one is reduce, third one is accept condition, and the fourth one is the error. We will see at that time. And now this is very important topic. So while constructing any LR parsing table, so first we have to construct the LR of 0 items. LR of 0 items. So here the given one is a context free grammar. Suppose this is the grammar, this take one production A to A, B, B. This is one grammar. Now find LR of 0 items. How to find out the LR of 0 items? We will see. So simply nothing but we have to perform the dot operation. So the grammar contains some set of productions, and each production we have to perform the dot operation. So where we have to place the dot. Suppose it is a grammar, the given grammar is A2, A, B, B. So first we have to apply the dot operation. So where we have to apply the dot operation. So first the right hand side, the production right hand side, initially apply the production right hand side. So starts with the dollar followed by the production like this. So this is the grammar. So apply dot operator. So A2 starts with the dot followed by A, B, B. So this is the first step. And what is the next step? Now starts with here, the production right hand side. Until we will move to right hand side. And the next step is like this, A2. Now the dot is moving to the right hand side like this. So A dot, B, B. That is the second one. And the next step, again dot is moving to the right hand side. Again A2, AB, dot B. That is the third one. And the fourth one, A2, AB, B dot, fourth one. Now the process is completed because dot followed by 0 symbols. Suppose the dot followed by any symbol is there, then we have to simply move to the right hand side like this. So suppose the given grammar contains A2, A, B, B, then apply dot operator, we will get total 4 productions. So starts with the production right hand side, apply the dot operator, followed by the given production A, B, B. And the next step is simply dot is moving to the right hand side. So A dot B, B. And the next step is A, B dot B. And the next step is A, B, B dot. Now dot ends with dot. Dot followed by, there is no symbols here. So the process is completed. So these productions, we can call it as a LR of 0 items. LR of 0 items. So here the hex symbol is 0. LR of 0 items. So here the thing is, it is a procedure. So how to move the dot from left to right? It is a some procedure. So in that procedure, generally we are using 2 functions. One is go to function, second one is closure function. Next one. So here the set of LR of 0 items, this one, will be the states of action and go to table of the SLR parser. Next one, a collection of sets of LR of 0 items is the basis for construction SLR parser. Suppose if you take any LR parsing, the LR construction of LR of 0 is the very basic step and the first step. And the next one is each and every LR parsing table, first we have to write the augmented grammar. So this is the first. Whenever we are going to construct any parsing table, the first one is, after getting the grammar, the first one is write the augmented grammar. So augmented grammar means nothing but simply add one new production. Suppose in the given grammar, for example, take in the given grammar, say the starting symbol of the grammar like this, so on there. So in this grammar, add one new production like this. So S dash 2, yes, S dash 2, yes. So in this way, first initially write the augmented grammar. Augmented grammar means nothing but simply add one new production to the given grammar. So S dash 2, yes. This S is, it should be a starting symbol of the given grammar. That is the point. Now I have already mentioned that after getting this one, how to get this one with the help of 2 functions. One is closure operation and the second one is go to operations. Now we will see how to perform, how to apply go to operation as well as the closure set operation. So this is the first one is closure operation. First operation is closure operation. See, if I is a set of LR of 0, I means nothing but some productions like LR of 0. This is LR of 0. Okay. Like A2 dot AAB. Next one, A2 A dot BB. AB, A2, A dot BB, next one A2, AB dot B. So these are LR of 0 items. So I means nothing but some set of productions. It is LR of 0 items for a grammar G. Then apply closure set of I. So how to apply the closure set of I means nothing but, suppose if the production is like this, A2 alpha dot B beta. Suppose it is a production and it is one of this production. So apply closure set. So closure set of closure set of A to alpha dot B beta. A to alpha dot B beta. Now apply closure set operation. So whenever we performed closure set operation means the result is like this. So first write the production as it is. Given production as it is. That is A to alpha dot B beta. First write the production as it is. A to alpha dot B beta. And the next one is we have to check it whether the symbol is terminal or non-terminal. Suppose dot followed by B. What is B? B is a terminal or non-terminal, you have to check it. Suppose B is a terminal symbol, then leave it. This is the answer. For example, B is a non-terminal symbol. Then, like B is a non-terminal, all of you know that each and every non-terminal symbol having some production. Like that, suppose B is a non-terminal, then the B production is like this, B to gamma. Then you have to add the production here. How to write the production means like this, B2 dot gamma. You have to write like this, B2 dot gamma. So this is the solution. These 2 points are this one. So first one is apply closure set of A to alpha dot B beta. First write the production as it is, A to alpha dot B beta. Now dot followed by some symbol is there. Now we have to check it whether the symbol is terminal or non-terminal. Suppose if B is a terminal symbol means then leave it. This is the answer, A to alpha dot B beta. Suppose B is a non-terminal symbol, then this is the production. B is a non-terminal and the production is this one, B to gamma. Then you have to add like this, B2 dot gamma. So this is closure set operation. So in this way, we have calculated each and every production and performed closure operation. This is the first one operation. And the second operation is go to operation. So second one is the go to operation. So here the go to takes 2 parameters as the input. So go to of I comma x. Go to of I comma x. So this is, it takes total 2 parameters as the input. What is the first parameter I? I means nothing but set of productions, LR of 0 productions. Suppose I, it contains some production rules. Next one, X. What is X? X is a grammar symbol. Whether the grammar symbol may be terminal or non-terminal, whatever it is, X is a grammar symbol. Suppose, take this one. Take the production, A2 alpha dot x beta. Suppose this is a I. For example, this is I. Now apply go to operation. The purpose of the go to operation is the dot is moved from left to right. That purpose we are using the go to operation. Now take go to function go to of what is the item? Item number I. So I comma. What is the symbol? Dot followed by symbol. So here dot followed by x. So here write x. So after performing this operation, the result is like this. A2. What is I? I means this is I. X. What is x? Dot followed by symbol. Now after performing this one, the result is like this. Alpha x dot beta. That means the dot is moving to the right hand side. Okay. So in this way, the go to operation is performed. Suppose, if you take the first example, how to get this one means with the help of go to operation. See, A to A. Now take the grammar is this one. A to A, B, B. First apply dot operator. So the first step is this one. Dot A, B, B. Now we can call it as this is item number 0. I naught. Now our intention is the dot is moving to the right hand side. How it will be moved? How it will be moved with the help of go to operation. Now so go to means it takes two parameters as an input. One is I, second one is X. What is I? I means set of state. What is X? X is a grammar symbol. So here write go to of item number is I naught. X is a grammar symbol. Grammar symbol means this X represents dot followed by immediately symbol. So here dot followed by A. So here you have to write A. After performing this one, I naught comma A. What is I naught? This is I naught. A means dot followed by symbol. Dot followed by symbol. After performing this operation, the result is like this. Now the dot is moving to the right hand side. A dot B, B. So this is a new set of item I1. And the next one, go to of item is I1 and what is the grammar symbol? So dot followed by symbol, that is B. So after performing this one, the result is like this. A2, AB, dot B. Again, this is a new set of item I2. And the next one is go to of. So this is item number 2. I2. And the dot followed by symbol is B. So what is the result? A2. What is the result? A2, A, B, B, dot. So this is new set of item I3. So in this way, the dot operation is performed. So start with the production right hand side until it will be moved to the right hand side until to reach the end of the right hand side of the production. Right hand side of the production. Okay. So in this way, by using the closure set and go to operation, we will construct the SLR parsing table.